Hi, this is Yardain with Honest Reporting. You know, we're starting to see on the news a lot of supporters of Hamas cropping up on various news shows, and it's very interesting to see how some of the journalists handle them. And it's especially interesting when the journalist is asking a question where everybody already knows the answer. The thing is, do they let the supporter of Hamas, a terrorist organization, continue speaking and continue lying? Let's watch a couple examples of this. First off is Hanan Ashrawi, and if you've read Honest Reporting materials, if you've been with us for a while, you know that she is a favorite of many in the media, and she lies through her teeth. So listen what happens when she is asked if Hamas uses human shields by firing missiles from residential areas. Here's Hanan Ashrawi on CNN.
Well, what Israel says, as you know, and we're hearing it echoed as well in other capitals around the world, is that Hamas and the fighters in Gaza are taking no care to prevent civilian deaths because they are encouraging civilians to be in the line of fire, that this suits their propaganda war. We heard this from Israeli officials just in the last few hours.
It's
now,
not only.
what would you say? But what would you say to that? I mean, do you acknowledge some part of truth to that, or?
No. I think that this is just cruel and heartless propaganda. It is a spin that adds insult to injury. It is intolerable because I think the basis of this is a purely racist approach. And it's a habitual pattern of Israeli public discourse. Blame the victim, accuse them of using human shields, blame them for the loss of their own lives. And to me, it's not only unconscionable. What is even worse is the fact that people like Obama or John Kerry are repeating this mantra, reciting the litany.
CNN lets her go on and on for a few minutes more, just lying through her teeth. And to me, a journalist has an obligation when they're interviewing someone and that person is saying things that are obviously not true. It's not a debating point. It's obviously not true. They have an obligation to step in at some point and challenge the person they're interviewing. Now here is also on CNN, here is the head of Hamas, Khalid Mashal, and Nick Robertson is interviewing him. And he again is asked about this question where there's ample documentation that Hamas has been using human shields. Let's watch Mashal on CNN.
It is unfortunate that the U.S. administration and the President Obama have adopted the Israeli narrative, which is a lie. Hamas sacrifices itself for its people and does not use its people as a human shield to protect its soldiers. These are lies, and Hamas does not seek international sympathy through its own victims.
Of course not. They don't seek international sympathy. These are just outrageous lies. And here's a video that and it's one of many that are now making it onto the news, documented footage of Hamas firing rockets from residential areas.
That we're seeing Hamas setting up for a rocket launch just meters away from our hotel, and again, as I point out, bang in the middle of what is a residential area full of hotels and apartment buildings.
So that's the rocket being fired today morning.
Okay, now I'm going to show you a clip from Sean Hannity, and yeah, I know he's a conservative talk show host, and I'm not asking you to agree with any of his political positions. I'm just using this clip as an example of how I think a journalist should handle the case when somebody, especially somebody representing a terrorist organization, refuses to answer a question, refuses to tell the truth. Let's watch.
Is Hamas, whose charter calls for the destruction of Israel, is that a terrorist organization? That's a yes or no question.
Thank you for your question, and now I will provide an answer. Finally. It's very telling to me that, and it should be telling to your viewers as well, by the way, that the moment you have a Palestinian voice on your program who begins to explain the legitimate grievances of Palestinians on the ground,
not just organization. Answer.
Sir, let me
answer the question.
finish. Am I a guest on your program? Or
Yeah, you're a guest, but you don't get to filibuster.
Stand here.
Is Hamas a terrorist organization?
The United States certainly considers Hamas a terrorist organization.
Do you consider?
I
didn't ask what the United States think. I asked what you think. Can you hear?
Okay, that's you're going to have a guy there representing a terrorist organization. This is what you need to do. He's not going to answer the question, so you've got to expose him. You've got to demand honest reporting, and that's what we do here. I'm Yardain with Honest Reporting in Jerusalem, and thank you for watching.